Friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Suzanne. I hope you're having a good day. So today's topic today is something that has been on my mind for, I would say, quite a few weeks now, because I keep seeing it all the time. Every time I log onto the internet, someone is trying to defend themselves for the privilege they have, and I'm just like, wait, what? How did you get here? I thought this is like a generation of people who evolve, who are trying to get money every day. So I don't know why privilege is something that everyone is scared of now. Like, oh, you have 2 arms. Oh my gosh, you're privileged. Oh my gosh, you have 2 feet. Like, you're privileged. You're a woman. Oh my gosh, the privilege that comes with being a woman. You're a man. Oh, let's not even go there. The patriarchy. If I hit patriarchy one more time. That is a video that is a topic I'm actually researching to actually speak on, to the length to which I can actually go on and actually just lay my heart out. I don't want to rant about it, because it's just, I think it deserves more than just a rant, you know. It deserves an explanation and everything that goes with it. So let's not talk about patriarchy, but today I'm going to talk about privilege. And the reason I'm talking about this is about a few weeks ago. I saw on Didi Stone's Instagram. We love Didi here. She's, nice, beautiful. Creme de la creme. I saw on her Instagram how she was trying to say that, like, being hard work, being whatever she is, and all these things, people take it for granted, or they just assume that because she's Kofi Olomide's daughter, then she doors are just like flying open for her. And I was just like, I don't feel like that's something to explain or something to want to defend yourself on, because if you work for whatever you have, then you should have it, wherever you come from. Okay, but the topic of privilege that I want to talk about, it's just like, people are taking everything to heart. It's like, you can't say anything because you're privileged. You can't speak on that. You have privilege on it. It's like, why are we even trying to speak on things that we are not even interested in, just because you want to fit into society, just because you want to feel like, oh, I'm not as privileged as you think. But yeah, I'm just here to help. People want to be allies to everything, just because they don't want to feel like they're privileged in some way, or people are going to call them out on their privilege. It's just like, this is a fight we should not be having these conversations. It's like, everyone is privileged one way or another. Like, we're trying to fight for equity, we're trying to bring equality into everything. Equality, yes, let's strive for equality, let's make opportunities available for everyone else, but let's just understand that even the people you're trying to put opportunities for, some of them are not even going to go for it, some of them are not even interested. It's like, we're fighting, everyone is trying to fight for people without asking those people what they want. It's like, oh, let's fight for the right of women. Like, why are we putting women in one thing, thinking that we all think the same way, we all need the same thing, we all should go the same path? Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Which, I'm going to put a definition of actual privilege and the definition of what our society now is assuming that privilege should be like, which is just like, oh, there's gay privilege, there's male privilege, female. They don't even call things for women privilege anymore. It's just like, oh, male privilege. Like you're trying to kill men for being men. You're trying to kill women for choices that they're trying to make, just because it doesn't go under the unprivileged people. It's the fact that we're trying to put every single person in one, or just trying to make everyone feel guilty. It's getting ridiculous. It's really getting ridiculous. And for the people out there who really struggle with this, let's just talk about this. Equality we'll never get to a point where equality is where everyone is on the same level. No. And I know some of you will be like, oh, that's not what equality is. Equality is just making things, opportunities available for everyone else. Yeah, understand, even within that, it's not going to work as you predict for it to work. Like, so much facets to people, and the fact that we try to bring in or try to, as much as we can, like, let's all be together or let's all do this together. Like, no, people do that when they want to, not because you're trying to tell them to. On Netflix, Bear Grylls, the first episode, or like the first season, was about a rich people's group and the poor people's group. They could not live together on an island, deserted island, where they know no one. They could not live together. Like, you put them together and just like, oh, let's all be equal. It's just like, we don't want to be with them. Can you hear how they're talking to us? Oh, it's like, oh, they're so lazy. It's like, we're not lazy. Even things that are obvious, that you can see that these people are not trying as much, it gets problematic. So let's not even try and fool ourselves that, oh, equality is going to solve our problems. No, it's not, because that is assuming that we have to put everyone in the same pot on each side and then be like, oh, let's be equal. Or like, whatever you have more of here, let's borrow here. Whatever you have more of here, let's borrow into this. Let's not fool ourselves. And this is just me ranting and not having any evidence for whatever I'm talking about. But like, going through what I've heard, what I've read, what I've come across, things I've watched, it's just like, this is a game that everyone is trying to play. Like, why? Let's not pretend that people being privileged should be a bad thing. No. Like, don't feel bad if you're privileged. First, that's one thing as well. I see people who are privileged are trying to, explain themselves, try to defend what they have. And it's just like, you don't have to. You don't have to, babes. Just live your best life. You don't have to. You don't have to explain to us why you want, I don't know, free Chanel bags. You don't have to. Just live your life. If it's on that, that's your problem. They're gonna come to your house, not ours. So whatever you want to do that. Live your best life to the best level that you can. I'm not saying don't worry about equality or don't worry about things or how responsible you should be on things that you're doing, but just let the people live. That's all we're asking for. Let them live. It's okay. It's okay to chill with the big boys. It's actually okay. It's actually fine to be a big boy or a big girl. Like, do you, baby? Do you? Don't feel bad for your privilege. Don't feel bad for walking on 2 feet. Can you imagine? It's just like, you see every disabled person and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm privileged, I'm walking with 2 legs. Do you see how messed up that is? Because that's what we're trying to tell everyone. You should apologize for every single thing you have that the other person doesn't have. Or it's like someone who doesn't have kids and just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm walking with my 2 kids. It's like, why do we have to? It's like men walking next to women be like, oh, sorry guys, we're privileged. My bad. Like, don't let the internet fool you. Everyone apologizes on the internet like it was just. Is it because it's a British thing, or it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, thank you, oh no, oh sorry, you go for it, like, it's fine. This is how people communicate here, which is crazy. It's like, you are having a conversation with someone with just thank you, sorry, it's okay, go for it. Those 4 words, or those 4 words, or whatever it is, and it's just like 4 sentences. And it's like, we just had the conversation. It's like, oh, yeah, no, sorry, thank you. Oh, yeah. You don't have to do that in real life. Like, to people for whatever they have or whatever you have. Don't do that. Don't feel bad for what you're doing, for whatever you're working for. So our generation, which most of the people are trying to be independent, being financially free, doing all of these things, are you guys going to be apologizing for things you've worked for? Just because you're more privileged than the other person, than your next door neighbor? No, you're not going to do that. Let's cut it out. Okay, let's cut it out. Going to be someone who is well off, is more privileged, has more, or maybe has less than you, and there's always people who are going to be happier than you are, like however you define happiness. All these things, there's going to be something else. Someone is always privileged in one way or another than the other person. So when we start policing each other's privilege, each other's right to live, we are going right in very, very wrong way. So guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you have enjoyed this rant, and if whatever you think about what we're defining privilege as today, please let me know in the comment below. Let's talk about it. It was just a small rant. Yeah, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of the day and the night wherever you are. So thank you. Bye.